What I really wanted to focus today, though, is, wow, I don't even know where to begin. It's taken so much from me. And just trying to start over in life. And yes, we can start over as ExJW witnesses. Yes, it's hard, but we can do it. And I see lots of lights, and I'm going for them. I'm running for those lights. I'm gonna try to get my future to be better, especially since things for me are changing. I gotta plan on being a widow because my husband is not doing so well. And according to the witnesses, if we would have followed their advice, he would have died already. But we didn't, and that's another reason why my faith has been rocked so hard. When my husband was 27 and he had a stroke, and we were not missing any meetings, we were not missing service. We had our 2 older children who were still young, like 10 and 12, and my husband had his stroke. I got them up 3 o'clock in the morning, took him to the hospital, and my husband was in there for a week. They found out he had a kidney disease. In that time, they had started him on anti-rejection medication. He was on that for about 6 months, which did not help him. And they took him off it because it wasn't helping. Oh, sorry, I know my mic is making bad noise. So in that time, we lost our house. I was working full time, but I wasn't even barely making enough to pay our monthly bills, just because the job I had didn't pay much. So we lost our house. We had to move. We ended up moving over to the tech center again. We were up in Thornton, and nobody helped us. We asked the congregation for help so we wouldn't lose our house, and nobody did anything. The brother that came over to help us, he says, "Oh, okay, well, let us know if you need anything," and then he left. Nobody brought us groceries, and I loved this congregation. Like, this congregation, they were so nice, they were so loving, but nobody brought us anything. We started to have book study when we still had book study. We started to have it in our house just to make it easier for us because of my husband not feeling so well, and his condition made it hard for him just to get ready to do stuff. He was just exhausted all the time. So we had book study in the house, so he didn't need to get dressed. He could just come out and sit down and relax and listen. And then we would have service group at our house on Saturday mornings. And so I could go out and service with the kids, or just me. That was nice. But that soon stopped when we lost our house. And, you know, when we got to the congregation down at that side, in the tech center here, they, you know, everybody's always loving and kind and welcomes you into the fold. But then they started doing this thing. They started saying, "Oh, we need to not be helping people, or we need to not give money to people, even brothers and sisters who we don't know, who they've only been in the congregation for a short amount of time, or they've been hall hopping because they want to try to get money." He said, so they were trying to say, like, every 2 years people were changing congregations just so they could say they needed help and get money from the congregation. But that wasn't true. We ended up having to move around every 2 to 3 years because of our finances. It just ended up that way. Our finances were really rough, and we were trying to do what we could do. John was offered some pretty good jobs, but he didn't take one of them because the meetings, because it was going to interfere with our spiritual progress. And that was pretty hard. That was a really good paying job. But he didn't take it. We're trying to do things right, according to Jehovah. So we ended up just getting what we can. I did have a good job. I did get a really good job. And then after a few years, I lost that one. And well, 2 weeks before, John lost his job, and then 2 weeks later, I lost mine. So we were both without jobs. I was in 2008, 2009, and the whole crash happened there. So nobody was there to help us. We didn't have any schooling because, well, we thought the end was coming. No schooling. I'm going to take a pause for a second.